Hi guys, this is Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. Well, I'm back with another 12 weeks of Fall and Halloween project for you for 2021. This is week number 12. I can't believe we're done already. But this one is a fall card and it's a fun fold card. I couldn't find a name for it. I'm calling it a 3-panel fun fold card because it opens, this is the front, you open it up this way and open it up this way. So I hope you really enjoy this one. It's a lot of fun to make. And if you'd like to make this along with me, just click on that blog post link below in the video description and you'll find the supply list and all the dimensions that you need for the paper and stuff to cut it out. Okay, first off, I'm going to show you some new products that you're going to be able to start getting beginning in November. So I'll be right back to show you those. Okay, first off, I want to show you the products in the Eden's Garden promotion. This is the bundle. We've got the Eden's Garden stamp set and the Eden dies. If you purchase these together as a bundle, you'll save 10%, and these will be in the January to June mini catalog, but you're going to be able to start ordering this bundle in November. Love this. I love the dies in this, and you're going to see these in action on the card that I'm making today. And I want to show you some products that are during this promotion November, December, but they are while supplies last. They will not be in the mini catalog. We've got these beautiful gems. They're called garden gems. And they're evening evergreen and soft succulent, but these are while supplies last. Another thing that's going to be supplies last is some cotton paper. It's the Ever Eden cotton paper. And as you can see, it comes in evening evergreen and soft succulent. And you get 10 sheets, 5 of each, and they are 12 by 12 sheets. I just made them a little smaller so you could see them a little better in the video. So this is while supplies last. And then the last but not least is the beautiful designer series paper. It is a 12 by 12 pack. I just cut it down to 6 by 6 so I could show you a little easier. You get 2 of each design and they're double-sided. So here's this design and this one, and this one. The colors are just so pretty. It's evening evergreen, soft succulent with gold foil. You see gold foil on one side, that is. And then the other side is just a pattern. Got this one. Isn't it gorgeous? You're definitely going to want to get this paper. And like I said, this is while supplies last too. Now, I'm going to be doing a free online class in November. If you purchase the designer series paper and the cotton paper and the gems and the bundle, so that's going to be the full collection, you will get my class for free. And I'll have 4 cards in the class. You'll get a video, a PDF with all the dimensions and everything to make the card again if you need it. You'll have access to the videos for at least a year. So if you'd like to learn more about that class, you can click on that online class link below. I probably won't post it until November 1st. So if you're watching this before November 1st, just wait a couple days and you can click on that link and find out about this free online class. Okay, now the stamps that you're going to need for the card today, you're going to need this one, these 3 leaves, and that's it you'll need from the stamp set. And the dies you're going to need this big one here, this one, and this one. And I'm also using the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. I wanted to add this so we'd have a look more fall. So this is the Pretty Pumpkins bundle, and it's in the mini catalog. I do believe it's on back order right now, but it should be available again soon. But this is the die that you're going to need there. And the only stamps you're going to need is the Gather Together and the So Thankful for You. Okay, first off, we're going to need to do some scoring. So you need a full sheet of the soft succulent cardstock. So this is an 8.5 by 11 inch piece. With an 11-inch side along the top, we're going to score it. Let's get this cutting blade out of the way first. We don't want to cut by accident. The light one is the scoring blade. We're going to line this up at 5.5 inches and score. Then rotate it so the 8.5 inch side is along the top, and then score it at 4.25. So we're actually just scoring down the halfway mark on both ends. Okay, now that we've got that done, hopefully you can see the score lines, one's here and one's here. We are going to cut this section off right here. So what I'm going to do to start off, when we go to fold this, we actually need this right section to be just a little bit narrower than the score line. That way this flap will be able to fold over. I learned this the hard way because I didn't do this originally and I had to cut off some more. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and line this up at 5.5. That gets us right along that score line. And then just move it over one little bitty line. That's a 1/16 inch over. Then we're going to take our cutting blade and we're going to cut all the way up to the score line. And there are little bitty notches right here that tell you where the blade's at. So I know I'm right there at that line. So go ahead and lift this up. We're going to rotate this because this is the one we're going to cut off. Now this one I do want to just go ahead and cut along the score line. So this is going to be lined up at the 4¼ inch mark. Then I'll cut down here, and then when this little line here comes to my first cut, I'll stop. And this section we can just put away. You can use this for another project. So that is all we need to do with the scoring. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and fold these. Let's grab our bone folder. And this bottom flap here, we want to go up. Okay, so get that burnished. And then this one is going to go like this. Okay, now you'll see why. It's nice to, when I didn't cut this little bit off, this section was too big, getting in the way, and I couldn't get this flap to go down. So that's why I did that one just a little bit smaller. Okay, now that we have it closed, I want you to grab one of the Designer Series paper pieces. This is the lighter one. Now, of course, you can pick any design you want, but this is a 5¼ by 4. I'm going to grab my seal. No, actually, we're going to use multi-purpose glue because we're going to be cutting out a opening right here. And if I only put seal across the edges, and this is going to be popping up and down. So if you grab your glue, just go ahead and put it all the way around it. Always go all the way around the edges. Make sure I get some in the corners. They don't go all the way to the edge because you know how glue is. It kind of squishes out. And now I'm making some little lines across here. And then we're going to go ahead and put this right in the center, like so. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and put that last piece of Designer Series paper down. So we'll open this up all the way. And this one is the same size, 5¼ by 4. And I'm going to put it right here in the middle. And since I got my glue out, let's just go ahead and use it again. Get it all the way around these edges. And some right here. And this will go right in the center. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to do some die cutting. So get your die cutting machine out, and we'll be right back and get this going again. Okay, to get ready for die cutting with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, use platform number 1, the standard plate, then the die plate number 2, and then we need a standard cutting plate right here, number 3. Now we're going to grab our card base. Here we have it still open. Close this one, turn it over so this front is here. So these 2 flaps are down here at the bottom. We're going to lay this down. Then you want to grab this small frame die here and get as close to the center as you can. And I'm going to grab some tape here because I don't want it moving. This is my Post-it tape. So I get that right in the center and straight. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to take some tape here to hold it down. You can also use washi tape if you don't have this Post-it note tape. And grab one more piece, because I don't want it to move on me. Keep it straight. Okay, so we'll put another standard cutting plate right on top. Get this pulled out a little bit. Run it through. And I'm going to make it go through one more time. And it's gone through everything here. So we'll take the tape off and the die. Put my tape over here because I think I'm going to need that here in a little bit. And then we're going to take this out nice and easy. And it makes a nice opening right here, okay? So this you can keep for something else. You can pop this out. So this is how you do this. You just pop this out like so. And I will probably use this one on some other project because I really like it. Yes, it does have cardstock back there, but that just makes it a little sturdier for you. Then just take out those little pieces. So we'll go ahead and put this at the side. Now we're going to do some more die cutting. Okay, now we want to grab this largest piece of basic white, 5½ by 4¼ and we're going to put this larger die here, and I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle. Whenever I do a long rectangle type die, I always have a corner go in first. It helps the die not get warped. It also helps the machine not get all crunchy sounds. And I think it die cuts a little better too sometimes. And I'll go ahead and run this through twice. I probably don't have to because this one die cuts really easy. The other one, the reason I went through twice was because we were going through paper and cardstock. I want to make sure it was cut really well. So this one is all ready to go. We've got some little pieces to take out, and they're actually falling out. They come out really easy. So go ahead and put this to the side. We need to get some leaves die cut. So let's grab these. Now I needed 4 of them. So I had a piece of Cajun Craze and a piece of cinnamon cider that's 2.5 by 1.5. I've already cut out both of my Cajun Craze, but I wanted to show you how good this cuts. I've already got one of my cinnamon cider ones too. So that's how it goes on there. And another thing, I went ahead and die cut this out. This is out of a piece of the gold and rose gold metallic specialty paper. This is the gold paper, and it was a 3.5 by 2 inch piece. And I just die cut it just like I did a minute ago in our card. So I went ahead and did that ahead of time with the leaves that I did ahead of time. And then we've got another piece of the gold and rose gold metallic paper. This is the gold one. This one is a 2.25 by 2. And this one I'm going to use that pumpkin. So we'll put this, so you'll have a little more die cutting to do than what you're going to see me do here, but you've already seen me die cut the other things. That's why I did those ahead of time. So we've got our pumpkin, and it's super easy to take these 4 little curve pieces out. And get my dies back up here. And then with the leaf, it's super easy too. I think I'm gonna, oh, yep, I thought I might need to get my take your pick tool out, but there you go. So that's how you die cut all those. So you will have all together your pumpkin, your 2 Cajun Craze leaves, and your 2 cinnamon cider, if I can get a hold of my other one. There we go. And then you're also going to have this beauty right here. Okay, so we are all done die cutting, so we'll get this out of the way and finish the card. Okay, now we're going to get some stamping done. So we've got 2 pieces of basic white. They're both 5.25 by 4. So let's go ahead and do this first one. And we are going to grab our Evening Evergreen and the larger leaf stamp. And we're going to stamp one of these in each corner, like so. Turn these a little bit so I can see them a little better. Okay, now we're going to grab our cinnamon cider ink pad. And this stamp here, you can see it better that way. And we are going to stamp a couple leaves here on each one. So I'm going to put one right here. And I'm trying to make it so the stem kind of goes off the edge of the paper. Okay, so this is almost going to be like a little bit of a collage look down here. And do this with each one. It's okay if you don't get the full leaf on there. Okay. And then last but not least, we're going to get that small leaf out right here. Looks like this one. And Cajun Craze ink pad. And I thought we needed to fill in the bottom here a little bit. So I'm just going to take the little one and stamp it right here. Kind of looks like a Mod Podge, but it really looks pretty. I usually don't do this, but I thought it looked pretty, so I thought, oh, we'll try it that way. Okay, now we'll go ahead and put this to the side. We will do a little stamping in just a minute, but we need to put this in the card before we do that. Now we're going to grab this one, and we're going to take the cinnamon cider ink pad again, and we're going to take the large image. Now we'll go ahead and ink this up with the cinnamon cider. Put this down here at the bottom. I'm having some of it come off the cardstock because I didn't want a lot of white down here. Rotate this and put another one in the opposite corner. Okay. Then I want you to grab that Thankful for You stamp. And we're going to take the Evening Evergreen ink pad. And we'll just stamp this one right in the middle. Okay. So that's all the stamping we're going to do right this second. We've got one more thing to stamp, but that'll be coming later. So let's get the card base back out. And for the inside, we are going to put this one there. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Grab my seal again. Put some in each corner. Of course, you can use your multi-purpose glue if that's what you still have out. This one is just going to go right here. Yes, I want to make sure I was remembering right. I got a little side thinking, oh, wait a minute, am I doing this right? So goes in there. Now we're going to close this one, and this one is going to go right here. So we'll go ahead and put this one on. Now you can see why I had to think there for a second. I was afraid I was doing it wrong. So we're going to put this one right here in the middle. Okay. Okay, now we're going to close this, and we're going to bring that gold frame in that I told you that you needed, and we're going to try to fit, we are going to fit this inside. Oop, it just so happens I had it right the first time. You're going to push this in, and it almost kind of fits in like a puzzle. It does fit in like a puzzle, not almost. So you just hold that down like so, and see how it's kind of stuck in there? Now I'm going to grab my silicone mat just so I don't get glue on my workspace. Open this up. See, it's still inside. So I'm going to take my multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to put some in little bitty spots where I see berries. Maybe some that are hanging inside the frame. Definitely get some in the corners. You just need a little bit. Probably put a little bit right there. Like I said, make sure you get some in each corner and some on the short ends too. Then when you think you've got enough, go ahead and close this up. And bring this back over again so you can see it. And we're going to push this down and hold it down. You want to put a lot of pressure on it because you want it to stay down when you start to open this up. Okay, that looks pretty good. The bad part is I've got a little glue on my fingers. There we go. You know what? I'm going to take my silicone mat. That will make it so it doesn't stick. There we go. Now we're going to start to open this up, nice and easy, real slow. I'm holding some of this down because some of it is coming back up again, but if I hold it down, it's going to glue right back into place again. Okay, and then once I get it going, it starts opening up a lot easier. Now I push this down, and we've got that inside. Isn't that easy? I love how it fit in there perfectly. So now when you close it, it's all lined up. So you do need to be careful, though, when you start to open it up. Just keep pushing it down, bring this up very slowly. But now you can see I'm not having trouble getting it to open and close now because it's glued on there really good. Okay, so now we're going to stamp in the words. I thought about doing it beforehand, but then I was afraid I might end up covering up my words because I'm not going to know exactly where this is going to be with these little vines coming out. Now you are going to see some of the gather probably will get cut off just a little bit, but I think it looks really good. So I thought I'm going to keep it this way because I like this greeting. Ink this up with the Evening Evergreen. And as you notice, there is rubber on each side of these. So it's okay if you see this part of the stamp over the berries because this actual stamped image is not there. Usually my G on the left side is the one that gets cut off just a little bit. Hey, it didn't that time. Perfect. So it does fit, but my original, I had a little bit of this little flourish down here, stamp it on the side. No big deal. It looked really good. So that's how you do this. So it opens up like this. And there we go. So let's finish decorating the outside of this card. Okay, now we are going to grab our leaves. And first we're going to put this on. So let's go ahead and turn this over. I'm going to bring this back in. This is really easy to get glue on because we've got all these nice big leaves. And I'm going to put my glue on instead of using my seal because I'm afraid I might rip a leaf by accident using my seal. Also, when you've got the glue, you can kind of move it around a little bit if you don't get it down straight the first time. Now with seal, you can raise things up, but I just think it's a little easier to be able to move it a little bit. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. When glue's wet, you have a little bit of give for a little bit until it soaks into the cardstock. And I'm noticing I have a few pieces that didn't come out all the way, but I'm not going to worry about it because I think it still looks good this way. I might pop that one out. Okay, now we're going to bring this back in. We're going to lay this down. Get it right around there when it looks pretty good. Now that it's still a little wet, I can move it around a little bit. Hold it down once I think I have it right where I want it. But isn't that gorgeous? I love that. It's beautiful. Okay, now we're going to put these down. I thought, let me take these little pieces out. I forgot to do that behind camera. But they come out real easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals. See if I can find them here in my stash. There we go. I'm going to put one right here and one right here. Now I'm going to be putting this here, but I am going to be sticking some leaves over here. So I only want to put a dimensional on this side right here. So when you turn it over, it looks like the right side. Like so. Let's go ahead and remove. You'll understand why I did that here in a minute. We're going to head remove these. If I put a dimensional here, it's going to get in the way of me putting my leaves in there. So that's why I left that. 3 is going to hold it on just fine. I'm going to kind of put this at an angle like so. Then I'm going to grab these leaves. Make sure I didn't lose them all. There we go. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. You could, of course, use your seal. Put this here. And now I can slide this under here. Hold this down. And then I decided to use a Cajun craze next to it. Just put a little glue here, 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 and here. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing and put these down here, but I think I'm going to start with a Cajun craze one first, just to mix it up a little bit. And put this down here, and now I can stick this in and not worry about a dimensional getting in the way. And do my cinnamon cider one. And we will stick that one right above it, still underneath the pumpkin some. There we go. We are done. Isn't that pretty? That pumpkin definitely makes it look fall. It may not be traditional fall colors, but we still got some Cajun craze and some browns in there. So I hope you liked my 3-panel card. So it's just a nice little special one, not too hard to make. The trickiest thing is just getting that little frame in there. Now don't forget about my Eden's Garden online class. If you purchase the whole collection that I showed you at the beginning, you can rewind if you missed the beginning of the video and see everything that you get in that collection. But when you order all of those products using the host code I'll provide, and I'll post that as soon as the promotion starts, just click on the online class link below and you'll get all the information. And I think it's November 3rd when the promotion starts. I can't get online. My internet is down. So I'm thinking I'm remembering that right. If I don't, I'll put it in writing down at the bottom of the video so you'll get the exact right date. But check on that online class link on that day and you'll get the host code, place that order, and you'll get my class for free. Okay, well, I think that's it. Let me bring the card back in again so you can see it. Now, if you live in the United States and do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. And here are the current catalogs that are available right now. We've got the annual catalog and the mini catalog, the July to December. And I will be happy to mail these out to you for free, your first set, if you live in the United States. And like I said, do not have a demonstrator of your own. And just click on that contact me below in the video description and give me your mailing address and I'll get them mailed out to you. And I'll show you the card one more time. And if you'd like to stamp with me again, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button below and then clicking on that bell icon that pops up and select all. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. And I think that's it. I hope you can join me in the next video. And please support my channel by giving me a thumbs up or commenting below. I'd really do appreciate it. See you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the 12 weeks of fall and Halloween for 2021. Bye.